Great. Has anyone ever heard the terminology soul release poetry?
Come on.
You ever heard of soul release poetry?
Right now.
This is what soul release poetry means to me. As I sit around the room and watch the shadows dance along the walls that hid me from freedom. Freedom to express what I suppressed for so long that I became tired. Worn out from the weight of my past transgressions that haunted me over and over again by man. So much that from these knees I can't stand, so I sit here entranced in shadow's glance. But why is that? Why is it that each time I open my mouth, my silent cries of help deafen the orifices of my soul, begging and pleading to be freed? For so many years I bleed. I bleed and have bled, dying to be fed this spoken nutrition to overdose like Pookie cracked out on poetic prescriptions. These scales block my vision, release me. Shackled, chained, and bound, I can't see because I'm blind. Spiritually blind by the anonymous cold rejection and undetection of these fruits that I labor. So sick from lyrical bellimacy, regurgitative behavior, can't ingest what I savor, so I remained hungry. Phonetically and poetically. But as long as it's God's will and he keeps letting me. Inscribed upon the walls of my mental that read of a story, his story, about all of his truth and glory. Not word for word, but to be heard by herds of his sheep, so meek like me and you. Sometimes to reluctantly answer the spiritual calls in cue. Ring, ring. Nothing to be afraid of, so I was told. Ring, ring. But an able call waiting in place, light on hold. Dazed and confused to thine own understanding, because the call on my life seems so demanding. Running from his yoke that I know that I yearned, and each night that I fought and I tossed and I turned and I turned and I tossed, because in my dreams, you see, my soul was lost. Lost without a chance to make things right for all those days and all those nights. Those calls were abandoned or simply ignored by the one who loved us most, our Lord. And then one night I was stirred and awakened, lifted up, right, pressed down and shaken, overflowing with this gift that can't be taken, his treasure to be taught with, my sword against the enemy I've been trained and fought with. Now those shadows stopped their dancing along those walls because God heard my cry and they began to fall. Crumbling to the ground and setting me free, free to answer that call. Hello, Lord, it's me. As I speak his praise through soul inspiration and spiritual haikus that I now can savor. And if after releasing this freedom, my spirit should cease, I would still look to the heavens and soul release this poetry.
Yes, sir.
I got a question. I got a question for the ladies. You know how a lot of us men, we claim to try to figure y'all out, which we know we can't. Men, do we understand that our beautiful women are God's gift to this planet? Yes. And should be loved and respected at all times? Can I get an amen? Oh, wait. I have to ask that one again. Do you know that our women, the pain bearers of our seed, the one who cooks our meals, who takes care of our homes, what? Love and respect at all times. Now, we can't never figure them out because they are definitely ingenious creatures. So, I'm going to tell you about what we think about. It's called Simple Thoughts of a Man. Now, before I give you Simple Thoughts of a Man, I'm going to give you a shameless plug. If you get, since everybody here has a smartphone, feel free to go to, feel free to go to books, go to barnesandnoble.com, Books A Million Borders, and I have a book. It's entitled Simple Thoughts of a Man. If you got Nook or Kindle, feel free to download the book. On Nook or Kindle, it's called Simple Thoughts of a Man. All right, let me tell you. Simple Thoughts of a Man. Here we go. Searching deep within my mental vernacular. In the bowels of my soul, I say to myself, something about me needs to be redefined. Redefined in the mind of a man to believe that a man can be treated fine. A man can be treated fine by a woman who really wants a man. A man that's going to treat her right. To explore the inner dimensions of her most wanted needs and desires. You know, I found if I reach out too far, if I reach out too strong, trying to give her something that she's longing for, something that she needs, instead she throws her hands up back and go ahead, saying, no, you're too nice, but I'll keep you as my friend. And you know, that seems to be the thing that happens to some of us, man. We tend to give all of ourselves 100%, and you know, I never believed in a 50-50 type relationship. I've always believed in a 100-100, because see, when 100 breaks down, you still have 100. But what happens when that 100 that still remains, still clicking on, hanging in the balance, slowly diminishes, breaking the very mold in which it's created from? Then what do you have? You start having a foundation of percentages that is broken down to divisible by 2, which was once her and you. Now back to the building blocks of a relationship, and where do we stand? That woman and that man. Though I found many who have taken my kindness for weakness and said, you're too nice, or I keep you as my friend, I haven't given up. Give up? What is there for me to give up on? Give up on the hope and the dream that one day there'll be someone out there who will love me for who I am, love me for what I'm trying to be. The 3 S's: correction. 4, single, saved, search, and secure. Is it not the things that they want, not the things that they need, or the things that they desire or want in their lives, but the very thing that they're trying to release themselves from each and every time? But still, I wait like waiting because I am patient.
All right.
Patience is a virtue that we're taught throughout our lives. We're taught to wait on those things that are meant for us, wait on those things that are good for us, wait on those things that can teach us something we should first teach ourselves. Love. Can we teach ourselves those things? Can we take the time to get in touch with the very thing we're so afraid might change us to be something just as good? I think we should, but back to originally what I was talking about. Reaching to the bottom of my mental vernacular, and the deepness is brewing from inside me, wanting to come out of my mouth, across my lips, down my chin, and into my pen. But then again, where do I begin? Where do I begin to muster and hold on to those that I can't let go, can't let show, can't let see, that part of me that is waiting so eagerly to be set free? But instead, I write because I'm scared. Scared of the very thing that tried to hold me in the mental prisons of I can't, I could, I wish, I should, slowly try to infest my mental hood. A mental hood is something that you can't escape from. It is something that you can grow from, something that you can learn from, something that you can teach from. Stand in a pulpit of somebody's church and preach from. Strongholds and relationships, strangulate growth, cutting off the circulatory flow of love to the veins of 2 people that communicate together on mental levels higher than the octaves of a Pavarotti's opera, or lady sings the blues clues to advise the future demise of what she thought we thought was forever and always, but the song played on and on and we keep hanging on. Come on, work with me, walk with me, talk with me, laugh with me, cry with me, stay with me, make me pause for a moment, take some time and pray with me. These hands are slipping from the ropes that once had us secure. The cuts are too deep, no longer can I endure, so I click my heels together 1, 2, 3 times. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. This isn't working. Are you sure? The pain from this mental matrix took the blue pill too late. Now there's no cure. So deep from within is where I'll begin. Through my pad and my pen, these simple thoughts of a man. Thank you.
Amen.
Amen.
Put your hands together for Clark J. Now, I'm gonna tell you, Mama, when he was doing the first one, I was cool with it. He's like, the simple thoughts of a man.